everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Getting Off Tempo, the G.O.T Interview show. I'm your host, Luke, and today I'm lucky enough to be joined by easily our most requested guest, one of the biggest VTubers in the world, the one and only super kawaii zombie idol, KUREIJI OLLIE. I hope I did the intro justice.
Oh, you did it. Splendid. It would have been better if you kept your cosplay. Yeah, we can have like 2 Ollies. That'd be cool.
Part of me was kind of like, I'm hoping she doesn't put 2 and 2 together. Maybe she's like, the cosplay I saw was just some random person. Like, doesn't realize it was... That was like...
I always remember.
My wife was so proud of that after she put it together. I thought it turned out all right, you know? I thought it looked not too bad. You couldn't see it, but the back, I couldn't zip it up because they only made it in like women's sizes. And so I had to get the biggest one. And the back was like half done up. But I thought I did you justice.
You were pretty. You were fabulous. Don't worry. You nailed it.
Thank
Slayed.
You. Thank you. For those who are new to Hololive and yourself, Ollie, what is it that Hololive does? What is Hololive, and how did you join Hololive? What's the Ollie origin story?
All right, so Hololive is a virtual YouTuber, a VTuber for short, agency owned by KAWII Corporation, which is a Japanese tech company. And basically, in the agency, there's a lot of VTubers, and they're made into like 4 main branches: the JP branch, the ID branch, the EN branch, and the Stars branch. I myself am from the ID branch. I'm from Indonesia! Yay! And I was suddenly brought back to life only to find out that my house turned into a ramen shop. So, in order to get it back, I auditioned to Hololive, twice by the way, to become an idol!
Yay! No, amazing. I've been following a lot of your Indonesian members as well. You all seem to have one thing in common, and that is you're all crazy. So it seems to be a requirement, but in a good way, the good kind of crazy.
The good kind of crazy. If anything, they're crazier than me.
I don't know.
Ironic.
I don't know. That's saying something. I don't know about that. Amazing. So before joining Hololive and like starting your journey as like an idol, pretty much, did you even think that you would be creating music? Was like getting into song creation something you hoped to do in the past?
Actually, back then, I would dream to become a seiyuu, which is a voice actress. I wanted to become a voice actress so bad, like voice actresses you see in animes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dying, becoming a zombie, and then joining an idol agency where you have to sing was something that I did not have in my to-do list, you know? It's not in the bucket list. It's not there. So, I was very much not expecting... I was expecting, like, maybe pulling out covers once or twice a year. But shockingly enough, now I have like a lot of covers and even 2 original songs.
So the music side wasn't really something you'd thought much of. It was more... So the voice acting side, what made you want to do that then? Were there any like things you watched that you were just like, oh, I'd love to be able to do something like this?
Yeah, I was such a weeb. I still am, actually. I love anime so much, and I was like, yo, it's so cool to be able to like voice act. Like, I like acting a lot, but I just didn't have the courage to get on stage. So having like a character that you can act through is actually very interesting to me. So voice acting became a dream, but I couldn't actually reach that dream. And I thought that, you know what, being an idol is like the next best thing, I guess.
Yeah, well, I guess being an idol, it's very like multi-talented in a sense. It's something that's not really like, I wouldn't say you really see it with like the Western world, where you have like, not just, because when you have like an artist like Taylor Swift, for example, it's just, that's it, you know, you're an artist, even someone on superstar level like that. But with like being an idol, it's so much more than just singing. So even like voice acting, like you said, is something in the idol world isn't that crazy. So yeah, I definitely think I could imagine you as some like crazy characters in like some games.
Yeah.
I think you definitely have the voice for it.
Aw, thank you. So yeah, the idol that I envisioned was more of an internet star instead of like music. So doing music is actually super crazy, in my opinion.
When you did first create a song, like your first ever song then, what was that like for you? What was the process like? Was it what you thought it was going to be like or completely different? So how did that go?
That was, to be honest, it was kind of...
Jolly Jolly, right? That was the first song you created 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was the very first song, and I was mind blank throughout the whole process. I think management carried that one because during that, when I wanted to make like an original song, I was actually at my lowest point. I was kind of sad. I didn't feel like creating content, you know. Then a lot of people, they came to me and then they kept on supporting me, and that kind of inspired me to make Jolly Jolly, you know. So the lyrics, it was mostly done by another person, but mostly the idea was from me. And the fact that everyone, not literally everyone, but like some members were included in the music video, that was because those members helped me through those tough times. And that's basically it. It's still kind of crazy.
It's definitely not something I would say you would know from listening to like Jolly Jolly as well. But you've always been quite open with like the tough times. I'd say it's definitely something in Hololive that's really good because you get like you always get it in Hololive where everyone's very honest, especially when it comes to music creation as well. Everyone seems like open to share that. But yeah, when listening to Jolly Jolly, that behind the scenes is something I wouldn't have guessed there. I can imagine it would be quite daunting as well when approaching like your first ever song, something that you, like you said, you never kind of thought you were going to do. And then having like other people work on it with you as well.
Which was why my second song was actually Lightning Speed, because the song wasn't too deep. It was just a song about me playing Apex Legends.
Yeah,
Have you heard of the game?
Yeah,
Apex Legends?
I had a feeling Apex Legends would be coming up at some point. It's I feel like it goes hand in hand. Whenever anyone talks about Ollie, it's not long behind is Apex Legends. I've only played it like twice though. It's just too hard for me. It's too hard. It's too fast. But I've seen that you're a bit of a menace on Apex Legends, I'd say.
Am I?
Bit of a terrifying opponent, it seems.
Aw, thank you. That's flattering, actually.
Yeah, it's flattering. People kept saying with the interview, they're like, "Oh, you should get to like play Apex Legends and stuff like that." I was like, I don't know.
Well, maybe next time we can collab and actually play Apex Legends. You know what I'm saying?
As long as I'm on your side, it's fine, and I'll just hide somewhere. I haven't played it in years. I feel like if I'm on your team, though, you carry me to victory, we'll be fine.
Yeah. No pressure, though.
No pressure. No, definitely not. Having like worked on so many different projects, like even from like not just in music as well, but just in Hololive in general, who would you say are some of the members like you would love to work with in the future, whether on music or not on music? And is there like maybe a dream collab for a song you have?
That's so tough because everybody sings.
You sing too. Give yourself some credit. Your songs always have such a positive reception as well. I don't know if you've looked at your comment section, but your songs are fantastic. So give yourself some credit.
Aw, that's so sweet. Thanks. I do have a dream project. It's kind of impossible, but it has been something on my mind ever since I debuted. I want to make like an album, and all of the songs, they have like different genres. And with each song, it would like include the members that are good with the said genre.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I feel like no one definitely has done that before. Like, I'll definitely sing in all of the songs, but I want to sing with everyone.
Yeah, so just like have like complete experimentation across the entire album with like different sounds and then different members and everything.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing, and also like a massive like project, because I can imagine you'd have to learn a lot of different styles and stuff as well. What would be like a genre you'd be most excited to like attack on that? With like a heavy metal, like thrash metal, Ollie screaming.
Heavy metal? Well, there are some members who are really good at heavy metal, but I think a genre that I would really, really like to hear is rap.
Yeah?
We have Mori for that, but I feel like there are still other members whose potential is not shown as vividly, I feel.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's especially with like cover songs when like you like Hololive members do a karaoke stream and they like cover different. They go with like all sorts of different genres. Every now and then you get like a rap song comes up and a member just sort of blows your mind of like the amount of hidden talent is crazy. What would be like a rap song you'd go for? Do you have one in mind if you were gonna, or do you just want a fresh new one, not a cover?
I mean, a fresh new one would be so sick. Yeah, definitely a new one because I want everyone's potential to shine. If it's like a cover, not many people get to sing it and the lyrics aren't original. You know, when you rap, it has to be something from the heart, right?
I imagine writing a rap song is a lot of fun as well because of how they sort of flow and work. It must be like, I can imagine it's one of the most rewarding genres to like actually write a really good song because it's all lyrics really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's probably like a lot of fun. That would be, I'm gonna have my fingers crossed for that album because that sounds incredible.
Oh, amen to that.
Yeah, it's even outside of Hololive, it's not something you see at all. So I think we're all gonna be hoping one day for that release now. So with Hololive and Holostars, what are some of the songs that like are your favorites to listen to in your downtime? I know this is kind of like a broad question, so but yeah.
That's way too difficult. No, I have to. Okay, how many can I choose?
Well, maybe if we keep it, I don't know, if we could be recent to help, maybe, I don't, or if maybe that's harder. I don't know. I'm making it more difficult by saying any recent ones.
Well, how about one for each branch?
Sure.
Yeah, alright. So, first of all, the ID branch. My favorite song has to be Perisai Gitu. Have you heard of it? Wait, have you reacted to it yet?
Maybe. This is where I'm going to be completely exposed now because people are going to be like, he reacted to it. The thing is, I
forgot if you reacted to it or not because you react to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. I'm so far down the rabbit hole these days. It's I get called out all the time. I'll react to like a live concert and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. People are like, you reacted to this like 6 months ago, and I'm like, I don't remember. But
I get you.
What's the song about?
So it's sung by Muna Hoshinova. The song's about keeping a face in front of like a lot of audience. It's about like, yo, you probably don't know, but there are times where I'm not actually smiling, but you wouldn't really care, right? Because what you always care about is the positivity and not the negativity. It's basically what the song's all about, and I just feel like it's very deep. And the genre as well is something that Hololive hasn't tackled yet. It's like an Indonesian kind of jazz. I'm butchering. I don't know what genre it is, but it's very Indonesian, which is why I really like the song.
I've noticed because I'm not only a big fan of Hololive, but also Indonesian music in general. And the more I like listen to Indonesia, there's two things that stand out. One is all the lyrics seem like inspirational from a lot of Indonesian music. It's all like, you can do it, chase your dreams, and it's very like motivational in general. It's really like powerful music. And I say the second thing is the community. It's full of so much love. Everyone is so sweet and welcoming. I never see a negative comment from anyone from Indonesia. So I can see like how a song like that would, especially with Muna as well, and her voice. She's got amazing voice. So I can see. Yeah, very powerful. Godly. One. And what about some of the other branches then?
I love every single Takanashi Kiara songs. I am down bad. Every single song I listen to religiously, but I guess the song that does it for me is Sparks.
I've definitely heard that live. I've heard it live. Stop doing this. The pause. It's not fair.
Yeah, it's just a fun song that you can dance to, which is why I really like it.
It's a very like happy song.
Yeah, a very happy song. And then from JP, it's from Shirakami Fubuki. It's called Say Fanfare. It's also a really fun song, and one of the songs that actually did introduce the music side of Hololive to me before I joined. I was like, yo, they actually make songs?
Yeah, just a few.
I was very shocked.
Just a few songs, not like 20 a day, it seems.
Yeah, back then it was slow. Not many would like put out original songs that often.
And then to finish off with there's another branch? No, is that it?
Holostars. Yeah, I like Kishido Tenma's Shooting Star. It's not a song that many people talk about.
No, I'm not sure if I've heard that one.
Yeah, I don't think you've reacted to his as well, but it's a very underrated song, I would say. Not many people talk about it, but honestly, I love the anime feel of it. It made me think that I was a part of an anime, and his voice sounded like a singer from a shonen anime, so I was like, I like this.
Yeah, I think one thing I definitely noticed the more I listened to Holostars, we checked out the New Year's countdown concert. I got a lot of comments at a certain part as well about maybe your reaction to a certain part of that concert. People were saying you got maybe a little bit too overexcited, maybe?
I mean, I am a very big fan of Holostars.
I'm a big fan of like rock music, and I feel like Holostars overall just have some amazing rock songs.
So does that mean that you're a big fan of Haka?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Amazing voice. I remember the first song I reacted from Haka. Everything I'd been introduced up until that point was so different. And then they were like, maybe react to this. And yeah, it blew my mind. He's got such an incredible voice. Really like the vocals and the style.
Agreed. Based.
Yeah, that'd be a good one for the album. Get him on the rock song. Haka and Ollie.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then
get in, Haka! Start screaming!
Definitely, that'd be amazing. I'll have to make sure I check out that song then as well, because I don't think I've heard it. This question I'm actually, this one I'm really curious about as well. Some of these questions were written up by the community, but this one, out of all the members of Hololive, which member's first introduction would you say left the biggest impression, and why?
The biggest introduction? It has to be Matsuri. It still has to be Matsuri. So if you don't know, Matsuri, Natsuhiro Matsuri, she was the one who dragged me into the Hololive rabbit hole. Yeah, I once stumbled across her clip and then I was like, what the hell is this woman? Why is she so funny? The clip was she was playing this game. It was called Shobon Mario. It was like a rage game version of Mario.
Okay, is that the like jumping one? I think I've seen people do and they lose their minds over.
Yeah, the jumping one. And it was so funny because she was very unhinged, because usually, at least back then, if you see VTubers, they're very, how do I say it, soft-spoken, very cute. They're putting the anime character out there. No, but no, she was just screaming her lungs out. So I was like, I like her. I like this one.
So what was the introduction with her like then, when you first met her?
The introduction with her, she was both loud, but also very composed. It was something that I've never seen before. Maybe it was because she was the first Japanese senpai that I collabed with. So, she gave me a feel that she can be both professional, but also entertaining at the same time. And she was still a first. I think the first factor played a very big role here.
Yeah, and like having watched her beforehand as well, it must have been like, yeah. I feel like you saying a lot of VTubers are very calm and soft-spoken and have like anime voice, as you said. That I feel like a few people watching this are gonna be clipping you saying that and putting it over maybe a few other clips, because I feel like it maybe not the case much these days.
Yeah, it's not the case these days, but back then, you know, guys, back then.
I've only been in like the Hololive rabbit hole for actually it's a year and a half now. I don't know. I'd say finding a soft-spoken, calm one is more rare than just opening up any stream and just having someone losing their minds over something.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah.
Especially an Ollie stream, very very calm, soft-spoken, chilled stream. You can put it on like while you're just like, you know, snuggled under a blanket and just like just drifting off fire, you know, going very calming. No crazy.
Very calming.
You mentioned before, you actually left a comment as well, that one of your favorite solo music projects was your special medley. What was it about this project that was like so special to you then when creating it?
The main factor is because it's a thank you gift for all of my Zomers and Zomlies, because that song was especially made for my 1 million special. I reached 1 million subscribers!
Yeah!
And then I was like, I want to celebrate! So I'll just sing a bunch of songs that you guys probably might like, is the idea. But what made it so special was because I'm not saying that my other covers aren't special, it's just that I'm kind of biased, because when it comes to like the other covers, I'm trying to make myself shine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make people think, oh, Ollie's good at singing and whatnot, blah blah blah. But for the medley, I'm just enjoying myself. It's not to get like recognition, it's not to get the compliments, but because I'm putting a love song for both my senpais and also my audience, because without them, both of them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, so it was not so much a song that you're just creating because you want to create an amazing song. It was more a song you're just creating out of like just love. So it had that whole different sort of feel to it than when you're actually creating this medley using different like songs. And it definitely like more weirdly, like, even though they're not original songs, I can imagine weirdly personal as well for like covers for you can do in music. It's very well put together. It's one of my favorite Hololive projects in general in music.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I feel like it's a fantastic introduction to you as well, because you get to see your style on so many different like just styles of song. So it's really nice just like getting to hear you and what you can do in music as well. I feel like it's a really good like, if you want to get to know Ollie, listen to this.
No, I'm flustered. Thank you.
But yeah, amazing job. And then you may have teased that there might be a part 2 to this, maybe?
We're working on it. It's a slow project because it's for 2 million subscribers. Who knows? If we can get to 2 million, then maybe I'll release it. I'm starting to work on it right now, though, because last time we only had 4 months to catch up, and we couldn't fit that many songs.
Were there other songs you had planned then that maybe these will be saved for part 2?
Yeah, I have a lot of songs that I still want to sing. I didn't sing that many Holostars, older senpai songs. So I want to sing theirs also. And now I have KOWIIs. I want to sing their songs as well.
So the next medley part 2 will be 4 hours long, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, most probably.
Yeah.
Good luck reacting to it.
Oh no. I'm sure it'll be amazing the whole way through though. I'll be excited. 4 hours long, I'll be there.
Thank you.
Especially if you're working on it now as well. Wow, that is going to be incredible. And I have no doubt 2 million subscribers is easily feasible. So I look forward to when that finally drops.
Aw, thank you.
You can blame the Zomrads for this one a little bit. So this is their fault. Okay. So when being introduced to you, obviously they helped me. And one thing they told me was a few nicknames you have. Maybe perhaps you could tell me how you earned the nicknames. I feel like one of them is a bit obvious. The other two, not so much. So, but maybe you can tell me how you earned such unique nicknames. The first one is Hololive's biggest fan, which just sounds like super sweet.
I feel like that's self-explanatory. I just love everyone in Hololive. Hololive, Holostars, everyone. I do not exclude anyone in my list.
It does seem to be the case. Wait, you seem to be pretty much in everyone's streams, in everyone's comments, on everyone's songs, everywhere.
Yeah.
And people are always saying your reactions to songs are some of the best as well, because you just seem to get super enthusiastic.
I don't know what to say. I'm just a little bit embarrassed right now.
It's a very sweet badge to hold, I'd say, as a nickname goes. I'm sure it's just as sweet as your next nickname, which is the charge rifle.
Who told him that? Who told him about the charge rifle? How dirty can I be in this channel? Can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah. This is absolutely fine.
Okay, so the charge rifle came from Apex. Have you ever touched a charge rifle before in Apex?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, and it's basically a laser gun, right? It would shoot out a yellow laser and hurt people with it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I really like that gun.
This sounds like a good gun.
But it reminds me of piss.
Because the yellow laser?
Because of the yellow lasers, it went straight. It was yellow. What else can I say? It was actually piss.
But how did you get the nickname? That's the thing. Was that it? You just said that on a stream?
Oh, yeah. So there's this one stream. I was collabing with Amelia Watson senpai. And then I told her that I'll be going to the toilet. And the thing is, the culture that we have is that we don't say toilet. We say idol meetings. So she was covering me up. She was like, oh, yeah, she's having an idol meeting. She's not going to the toilet. But then I came back and I didn't heard what she said. And I just said, oh, hey, did you know? I kind of pissed like a charge rifle. It went straight down. I'm sorry.
I'm finding it more amazing that Amelia would have this entire time been covering for you, and then you just come back and just say this straight away, and all of her cover was just pointless at that point. It's like the whole time.
Yeah,
what
she's
is
like, interesting, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Yeah. That's a good nickname, yeah. Just as sweet as Hololive's biggest fan, I'd say. All very sweet, innocent, lovely story nicknames. And this is a word I've never heard before. I was actually streaming and everyone was throwing this one at me. What is, and why do people call you Wangi? Am I saying it right?
It's pronounced wangi. Wangi, there you go. So it means it smells good. The thing that I really like to do is that I like to sniff everyone, right? And when I sniff people, they smell good. So I would just scream out, wangi, 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 wangi.
Okay. I see.
As simple as that. Still pretty sweet, right?
Yeah. That's a brilliant, yeah, okay. I understand now. It makes sense. Probably keeping with the same theme, your fan base, not only did they tell me nicknames, but they were also like, if you're gonna be introduced to Ollie, you need to check out some of her best clips. And I was like, okay, well, what would all of you say are some of Ollie's best clips? And they were like, well, the charge rifle was one of them, but we've already gone over that. And then the other one, which was actually the first clip I ever saw of you, and this is when I was like, okay, Ollie's my kind of person. Okay, my kind of zombie. It was the remote control story. Perhaps you could elaborate on the famous remote control story.
So, I was playing, I was just collabing with the now retired Vesper and Magni, and I thought that maybe we'd have a conversation. We're just playing Apex and there's not really any topic going on, so I tried to break the ice and I told him, hey, have you guys ever fallen in love with an inanimate object?
The question seems not too bad there. That's fine, yeah.
It doesn't seem too bad, but they were a little bit confused. They're like, are you looking for comrades? I think the reason you're asking is because you're looking for someone like you. What's happening? And so I told them, well, I kind of thought that my remote control was pretty cool. It looked really nice. So I took it to a spaghetti date, a candlelit dinner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's nice.
It's nice. I mean, you would have like a special attachment to an inanimate object, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have a teddy that I've had since I was a kid. It's like a special attachment. I feel like the part maybe where you lose a few people is the spaghetti date. I feel like that part is just a remote control. It's like a teddy isn't.
It's the same thing as like having a tea party with your teddies, It's
true.
The same kind of affection.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a remote. You can't judge a book from its cover.
It's true.
And you can't judge a remote control from how it looks.
It's true. I haven't seen the remote control, so I don't know what it looks like. It may be a very humanoid remote control, so I can't. It may look just like a teddy.
A very attractive looking remote control.
Yeah, very, very handsome remote control. You'd be like, wow, okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe if people saw the remote control, the story would make so much sense. Everyone would be agreeing. Everyone would be lining up to take that remote control on a spaghetti date. That's truly one of the best clips I've ever been told to watch ever.
I can't believe that's the first clip you watched.
Yeah, your community, they like throwing people in the deep end. But it works. It definitely works. I won't keep you much longer. I will say the other clip, which is actually one I watched recently, is your chess popping, and then there was a attached clip which is how does Ollie play chess.
Oh.
My favorite part about this clip was definitely the cut to you from another streamer as well. Maybe you'd want to explain what was happening in this clip, because it's a little bit out of context. It doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't really make any sense, and I didn't actually think that they would actually switch at that moment. It was actually a very well-timed clip. So, what was I thinking while I was playing chess? I don't think I was thinking at all, if anything.
It's pretty perfect.
Yeah, it's pretty perfect, yeah. And I love how the hosts, they weren't just saying anything. They were just, oh yeah, that's probably her brain working. I don't know.
Yeah. They're trying to help you. They're like, that's how she thinks. Look at her. She's about to attack. It's like, it's amazing. You're watching the master here.
Yeah.
Any second now, checkmate. Is like, oh wow. I thought this really just showcased how diverse you are, because two of your most viewed clips would be Ara Ara and Scream. And the reason I just wanted to just say that is because they could not be further from each other, but they are like two of your most recommended clips, and they're both really short. And I just remember watching them, and I was just like, I don't know what Ollie's even like after watching these. You mentioned earlier about voice acting. I feel like this is your card for voice acting, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the fact that it was during my debut days, right? It's literally a day after I debuted. People only expected like the energetic girl. They didn't think she'd be screaming her lungs out. Also doing a sexy voice acting of like an ara.
Yeah, it's I can imagine it's more of a sort of a rite of passage. You get the ara, and then the is it Hi Honey? Everyone is Hi Honey is the other one, isn't it?
Hi Honey gets requested a lot, but I wasn't the spotlight for it. It was a senpai named Suise Senpai. She was the
Suise's did the original Hi Honey, but now it's like just goes around where everyone must do Hi Honey now, just like ara. But to elaborate on the chess clip, who would you say in the Hololive community is the most feared chess player? Who would you be most scared to go up against, or is it just yourself?
The Ian girlies, they're actually very good at chess. So I am very scared of the Ian. I feel like anyone from Ian I'd be scared of because I feel like chess is not so much introduced in Indonesia or like in Japan. Well, maybe in Indonesia, but the girls just don't play it. But in Japan especially, no one really knows how to play chess. They know how to play like other board games, but just not chess. The scariest I've played with Ina and Kuroni. They're both very, very good at chess.
Did you manage to win?
I think I managed to win, but they also managed to beat me also. So it was like a draw.
Oh, okay. So there you go. That's all right then. Everyone keeps talking about your chess skills, even outside of the VTuber world. It's one of the main things I get like mentioned all the time.
It's so funny because I don't play chess, and to be honest, I'm not good at it. I just happen to be the Hololive VTuber who plays, and everybody assumes I'm good.
You have to wear the crown now. You just got to roll with it. Anyone asks you, just like, yeah, I'm the best, and then just be like, oh, I would play you, but I'm really busy that day. So, and I'll end on the question I always ask, because we've already kept you for too long, and the question is, which you already mentioned earlier that you consider yourself a bit of a weeb. So I don't even need to ask if you watch anime, but. What would you say, if you don't want to say your number one, you can maybe list a couple, because I know sometimes it's scary to say your number one anime. But what would you say are some of your favorite anime? And maybe, are you watching one now? Are you looking forward to one?
The one I'm watching right now, and I'm so glad that I got into watching it, it's the 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You. It's really good. It's funny. It has the rom-com side of it. It has everything that I like in an anime. So, I haven't finished it yet, but I feel like I would love it nonetheless.
I've heard that one is, it gets recommended a lot. It seems to be one that's like grown as it's been out. I've heard it's very good.
And then there's also the Frieren, the Apothecary Diaries, and my ultimate favorite. It's called Maid-sama. Kaichou wa Maid-sama.
Oh, I don't even think I've heard of this one.
No, it's okay. It's one of the old animes too. It's if you translate it to English, it's the student council president is actually a maid.
So is that it? That's it. You've summed it up there. That's the story.
Spoilers!
Okay, so you'd recommend checking out that one then?
Yeah, it's also a rom-com. It's nice to... I've rewatched it like 4 times already, and I never get tired of it. So I think a lot of people who like rom-com would definitely like it.
Okay, well there you go. That's Ollie's anime recommendation then. Well, that is it. The last thing I'll say is thank you very much for joining me. If you have anything you want to plug, you want to tell people where they can find you, where they can catch you, what you're doing, then feel free to let everyone know. And thank you so much.
Yeah! Be sure to catch me on YouTube. I mostly stream on YouTube. And I also have a Twitter at KUREIJI OLLIE. That's KUREIJIOLLIE. Please follow me there for more Ollie content. Please subscribe also.
Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go follow Ollie on everywhere, all platforms. And and Ollie, thank you so much for being the #1 most requested guest, and for us getting you on here. You're awesome. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah! Thank you for inviting me.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. Well, thank you. Yes. And goodbye, everyone, then.
Goodbye!
Tonight, we honor the hero!
그 싹은 너만 내고 왔을 거라